Hello everyone, this is Madhu from AdiYogiAyurveda. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I do want to remind everyone that I do have services available on my website AdiYogiAyurveda.com. I have energy healing sessions, QHHT, past life regression, and other types of services like Vedic counseling and Ayurveda lifestyle counseling and things like that. So please do check that out. So today's topic came about when I was half an hour ago. I started doing the Shani Chalisa. Shani is Saturn, and I was doing that, and all of a sudden I was just thinking, and I was talking to Shani. I was like, in my through intuition, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've had such a tough time for the last 3 years ever since Saturn moved into Capricorn. So and then what Shani said to me was, victory is reserved for those who are willing to pay its price. And that's one of the things about Saturn. Saturn is not depicted as someone who is friendly or nice. People fear Saturn. Even in the Western world, people fear, because obviously a lot of people have done deeds that created negative karma. So Shani is basically like the distributor of results of your karma. So it's like, if you have karma to pay, you have to pay it, because that's where the balance comes from. But the thing about Shani is that if you are able to really step up, take responsibility for yourself, your actions, your karma, and go through these trials and tribulations, the tests that will prove that you are worthy, you will receive many rewards. It's like high risk, high reward type of ventures, if you're talking business terms. So this is what Shani told me, and I was like, whoa, that's really interesting, because you really have to, it's like putting your, I just see like someone putting their nose to like the grind and you gotta really, really, really meticulously do what you're supposed to do. And that's literally what I had to do since like the beginning of last year. It was very difficult, because it's like so many challenges were coming, and literally my life just fell apart. I had to start from scratch. And the whole point of the ascension is also that it's like to become spiritual. So in Vedic astrology, there's Shani, Ketu, and Rahu. Those three are regarded as negative. And Mars is also negative, but at the same time, there are lower and higher qualities in each planet, or the nodes. Rahu and Ketu are like the north node and the south node of the moon. So there are negative and positive aspects. So there's a higher and lower. So when it comes to Mars, Ketu, Rahu, and Shani, spirituality is what helps you go to the higher aspects of those planets per se, because those four, there are like negative things associated with them, but then even the dark night of the soul in your ascension journey helps you to find your light. It's like you dive deep, go within, and find your light to come out victorious. Like you increase your light. So all these things that they put you through, all the challenges that they bring through your natal chart, they help you ascend. Ascension is literally just going beyond the limits of 3D. So in the 3D, third dimension, they're posed as challenges, but if you really ascend and transcend those to the higher aspects, the higher aspects literally help you to dodge or overcome the challenges that comes to you. So at this time, my last video was about challenges and opportunities. So when the challenges come, we must keep to our spiritual self, the things that we have learned, the discipline that we have kept, and go within and find our guidance and get help from the guides, the beings of light who are surrounding us, to overcome that. Work really hard and show that you are here to do the work. Something bad happens, don't say, oh my gosh, my life is going bad. No, that's not what I was taught. I was taught, ask, how do I fix this? How do I get over this? Those are the right questions. The key is to ask the right questions. Key is to have the right intentions. Because if you don't ask, they cannot help you. That is the rule. You have to ask them, how do I get over this? How do I overcome this? Give me the knowledge on how to do this. And they will give you immediate help. So I think this is a really good lesson and good knowledge information for you, especially if you're struggling right now. And yes, it's been extremely tiring. Yesterday I was having a really big headache because it's like my pineal gland is literally like, I can hear and feel the decalcification. It is hilarious. And my head is hurting. Oh my god, my third eye is just about to pop. So there's a lot of activity going on in the heart chakra, throat, third eye, and crown. And sometimes they spin so out of control, and sometimes they just feel stuck. So there's a lot of things going on. And one of the things I've noticed is that I feel very drained since yesterday. It's like it's very important to have a very nutrient dense, rich diet. Rich as in not like fatty, but like nutrient dense, not junk food. And I made the mistake of eating some junk food yesterday because, you know, obviously we crave for things during the ascension, and I'm like, whoa, it's freaking, I'm tired. So today I have to go and eat something really good, like fresh fruits, like vegetables, like really good food, not like processed food. So going back to the topic, so it's been really tiring because we're going through this extreme level of anchoring of light at this moment, and we have to, it's like our body is using so much of energy to anchor in, to change our DNA, so that we have to provide the body with enough vitamins and minerals, and like just keep on packing the body with everything that it would need. So it's really been tough and tiring. But going back to the, you know, topic, with all these things that are going on and these ascension tests and all these challenges that are coming up to show, it's like this, okay, a challenge comes, but it's literally teaching you to pull out the skills, the tools that you have, get the guidance, and just keep going forward. You know, it's like the Hunger Games, for example. They go in there and they have all these different things, challenges that come up. They have a little bit of rest period, and then there's all these challenges that come up, and they have the tools, they have the weapons to fight these things, right? Same thing. It's like that. You have the skills, and you just have to manage how to use it. You just have like an experience, like I'm getting the image of an experienced artist. They know which colors to use and what to do to bring their picture painting to reality. Just like that, each and every creative tool, any knowledge that you have to use it to bring about your desired outcome. And this week it has been that, bring about your desired outcome, manifestation, and working hard, and like no matter what happens, just keep on going forward. just full frontal attack, go forward no matter what, know what you want, hold that thought, manifest it, keep going forward. One of the things that I've noticed is that when I'm manifesting, when I have a thought and it's actually in alignment and it's manifesting, my heart chakra and my third eye spins together. So that's the sign I know, okay, this is in alignment and it's gonna come. It's gonna come up and it's gonna come to fruition. It's like it's gonna manifest. So the topic, the topic is victory is reserved for those who are willing to pay its price, and it's a Sun Tzu quote, and it's this is a Chinese philosopher. So philosopher, and of course he wrote this book, I think, about art of war. So you are basically just on this journey, on this mission to ascend, and it's your own way, your own journey, and each person has their own unique mission and contribution in each moment. So we do so many different things. So are you willing to pay its price? And then one of my viewers, who is a divine masculine, he one day messaged me and he said, what do you mean, like on my Instagram I have put, spirituality is not for the weak of heart. He was like, what do you mean by that? Can you clarify that? I was like, well, this is what it is. When challenges come, okay, when you start on your awakening, okay, it's all unicorns and rainbows for a while, and then the real deal starts. Okay, you have to be willing to lose everything to gain everything. It's like you're losing literally. You have to be willing to be detached, and that's the first thing I learned, was literally losing everything. And this was in probably 2002, 2003. That was my real first awakening into spiritual world, spirituality. Lost everything, and then I was given things that are 10 times better. But you have to, one of the things is detachment, not being attached to materialism. Why? Because when you have something to lose, you are afraid to take that extra step. And this journey is about taking that extra step into the darkness so you can light up the darkness. So with that being said, it's not for the weak of heart, because the moment the weak of heart experiences this type of things, they run back to their mundane everyday existence, watching TV, getting hypnotized, getting programmed, going to work, coming back and doing the same things, eating crappy food, not being conscious about what they're doing, letting their mind wander, playing Candy Crush, being addicted to all these stupid things that keep you distracted from being your real self and living up to your full potential. Okay, so it's not for the weak of heart. And the same thing, Shani, all these Ketu, Rahu, they can be helpful when you uplift yourself through spirituality. They actually will help you, like they help me. So you have to gain that respect. You have to show what you got. You have to show how much are you willing to pay, or how much are you willing to go, how long are you willing to go. It's like whatever comes, you're not gonna cower. You have to be like, okay, I got this, I can do this, I will get through this. That's what I do now. Now it's like, okay, I'm done with being scared. Like, I gotta do it. Okay, let's do it. How do I get over this? How do I win? That's what I say every day morning. I pray, because I say mantras, I pray, and I say, okay, because I see the day when I'm in my dream state. So when there are challenges that will come, or when there are things that will come, I see it and I know, okay, this is going to come up. And I know the people who are involved. So I said, okay, you know what? How do I win? I want to be the best. How do I win? And and I try my level best, and I say, you know what, I'm gonna do the best that I can. I'm not gonna promise anything extra. I'm gonna do the best that I can. How do I get through this? So at this point, if you're struggling, if you're trying to keep your head up high, do this. You gotta put your fear aside and say, okay, ask your guides for help. Sharpen this. Whenever things like this, negative things happen, and you're going, if you feel like you have no guidance or direction, still go with whatever your heart says. Go with, like, if you feel like doing something and your heart starts spinning, your heart chakra starts spinning, okay, that's guidance. Because there is a period in time where your guides are gonna, it's like you're going from I see this image of a bicycle with training wheels, and then at one point you have to take your training wheels off, and your parents are gonna make sure that you go on your own, so you can get used to not being without the training wheels, right? Same way, your guides are gonna let you go for a while after you take your training wheels off, so that you can learn to go on your own. At that time, you have to use your heart chakra, your personal instinct, your intuition. And then once you prove that you are willing to take the initiative to walk alone and do this alone, and really learn through trial and error, they will come back and they will give you the guidance. So you gotta work with what you have. Okay, so don't be spoiled children or act like victims or anything like that, but just have that thing like, I'm gonna get through this, I'm gonna get over it, and I'm gonna do this because we are here to help. We are here to fulfill a certain purpose. And sometimes you have to do things that you may not like, or you have to do things that that put you out of your comfort zone. You have to put yourself out there to do things and to showcase what you're about, and you have to do it. So it's like that, what you have to be willing to pay the price. You have to be willing to be brave and go through things to show that you are worthy, you are capable of handling things. So that's the message I got for you today, and that message is sponsored by Saturn or Shani. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I do want to let my viewer know, I forgot, let me see what her name is. Hold on. So my viewer, I would like to ask my viewer Jazine Avado to get in touch with me through an email, so that I can offer you a free QHHT session if you would like to get one. So, and then that's for the rest of the viewers, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you next time.